sure that everybody knows.
And I ain't talking no bullshit.
You hear about that guy, calls himself Jamessmk,
And that DarKNaTaS, he know how to play.
Put the mic on, that'll help first. Yeah, that's why you can't hear, the mic wasn't on. Anyway, guys, this is the 39th episode. DarKNaTaS, Jamessmk. Where do I start? I'm going to start peaceful at first. I'm going to be a peaceful person at first. A lot of bullshit going on in this community. And I'm not talking about the Capcom world. I'm talking about the MK world. A lot of shit that pisses me off. For example, people say I'm too loud. That I when I don't get my way, I throw a fit. So what? So what? I got peanut butter M&Ms. And I know everybody's got me on the quitting thing, but I am smoking tonight. PAX just happened. Bunch of panels and fighting game pros and all this other bullshit. I want to talk about that tonight. Jeb Bailey reached out to me. He wants to come on for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
We got a couple of members from the MK community that are going to get on. They want to talk about a couple of things. But in a nutshell, I hate people. Egos. And like I've stated before, the whole point of this show now is to get that guy who doesn't have a voice a chance to say his piece. So, you know, as the show goes on, anybody that wants to say their piece about anything from this little man boy Filipino champion to you know, injustice, to whatever you guys want. I've obviously invited Philippine champ to come to the show. I got no response. Then again, he's at PAX and in travel, so I can't blame him. But I got a replacement for him, needless to say. Also, actually, tonight is a good night for me because I don't have to cut out early because I don't have to go to work till late. So, being that I got a big fucking mouth, I got a lot to talk about. Anyway, let me give some shout outs to Toro. You got Oni, you got fucking Limbo Dog, Jugs, yes, even though we hate to test your might. I'm glad that you still stick around. I mean, I got nothing against a lot of people. It's just, I don't like the way it's ran. You got Derp Tiles, Afro, Alan Reyes, you know, Carried. Anybody that's come here, Hadoki, Shugundo. I mean, the names are just flowing right now, which is a great thing. My balls itch to Ali, I don't know what it says, man, Alibaba. We got Mr. Maxter in the house. We got the great Ray the Great, whose son's going to be repping OBS at Final Round this weekend. So hopefully he blows up some people in Tekken Tag. You know, like I said, everybody that's tuned in, you know, I appreciate it. You know, and I just I hope if anything you walk away with one of two things, and that's either educated about certain things or entertained. Hopefully both. Yes, the shirts. I got shirts. I got a bunch of people over in Europe that I got to send shirts to. They've been on the list the longest. I got a couple of guys down in the islands I got to get shirts to, so I'm going to take care of them first. Unfortunately for me, it's not a simple process getting the shirts out. So the shirts are done. It's just a matter of going through it. Guys just hit me up, guys looking for shirts. We are going to be releasing a web page soon, which is going to have, a little store on it too. You could buy shirts and whatnot. I'm going to start doing limited edition stuff.
Yeah, it's still being worked on.
Yeah, it's still being worked on, but when that's up and ready, we'll be sure to let you guys know. With that, I'm going to let NycFurby get out all the shout-outs that we got to do for all the people like Trip Sessions that, supplies the music. And, let him get that out, and then we'll start rolling.
All right, guys. Shouts out to everybody coming on for the 39th episode over here. So, guys, 39 weeks in a row we're going here. Shouts out like usual. Shouts out to Mortal Kombat United. They're our main site, as you guys noticed in the banner. We're exclusive to that website. If you guys need any Mortal Kombat and Injustice info, definitely check out the site. The site's very impressive looking. I have to admit, I had a lot of sites out there. Graphically wise, it's one of the best looking sites out there. Also, the guy who does the graphics on that site, Wtih, is the man responsible for all the graphics. Almost all the graphics on here, but pretty much responsible for all the graphics out there. We added up a new splash page with all the ads. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it came out pretty damn good. It took me a lot of time to get that out there. It took a few hours to get that up and rolling, but I'm very pleased with the results of that. Let me go down the list of everybody else. Shouts out to Video X Games. Guys, definitely you guys plan on going to VXG. It's going to be the place to be. You got to hit up that beach, man. It's looking good. It's looking good. Remember, guys, last time, a few weeks ago, Ronaldo announced Mortal Kombat had over 120 pre-reg people, and that was about like 3 weeks ago. So who knows how many people actually pre-registered for the game now. Shouts out to Combat Network, Empire Arcadia, also Smack.com, mkbible.org, the Gamer's Edge. Guys, VSM on Thursdays. It's bi-weekly. You check out the Gamer's Edge. That's where it's held at. They will be doing Injustice also when it comes out. They got an Injustice release party, I believe, that's going on too. What else is going on? DV Mujin, MK Server. That's the Russian website for Mortal Kombat Online, one of the oldest websites out there. TRMK, Ultraspec Cables, MKMP Forums, MK Universe. It's a Luxembourg website for Mortal Kombat, Total Mortal Kombat. There's an Australian website for Mortal Kombat, Pro PC Gaming, Emperor's Realm. If guys, it's EMPR, that's Emperor Realm's website. Putthatback.org, and Wtih has been recently added on. Actually, he's been meant to be added for a while. I just haven't had a chance to get it on, and this gave me a chance to do the new thing here and put stuff on. Touch on a little news currently going on out there. Guys, if you saw PAX this weekend, you saw a lot of good shit that came out. We finally got a chance to see some Black Adam gameplay. Black Adam does look pretty good, I have to admit. So definitely hyped up about Black Adam right now. Also, news came out of leaked photos of Ares and Killer Frost. The pictures look legit. I mean, the Frost image that we caught at PAX, showing her in what the hell is that mode? The Star Labs mode. Definitely indicated she's in the game. So definitely, I know a lot of people hyped up. I'm very interested to see how Ares will play in the game. Also announced Injustice is making a mobile app, apparently a mobile app version of the game. Also on MKU, there's an interview up for Final Round. That's with one was with Gamer Blake, and the other one was with I can't remember who the hell the other one was. That was with and the first one was with Mr. Molina. So guys, definitely check out those interviews. There were definitely some pretty good interviews. So shouts out to Zyfax. I'm not sure I pronounced his name right, but he's the one who conducted the interviews. What else? King of Clans, guys. We have finally the first results of the King of Clans. The Crazy 88s beat the Forever Clan on the Xbox Live King of Clans. That's the first King of Clans tournament done. As far as I know, PS3 is still ongoing. In the finals, I believe it's the Emperors against the 88s right now in the grand finals. So as soon as we finally get that results, I'm not sure when their match is actually going to be taking place. It should be sometime soon. If anybody in the chat can fill me in on when the hell exactly that is, let me know. The Injustice bi-weekly. We got the Final Four going on, guys. Make sure you vote. It's what is it? Superman versus Green Lantern and Batman versus Flash. Should be some hype fights, but we all know the grand finals is probably going to be Batman against Superman. And if that's the case, I'm expecting fucking Batman to win. Why? Because he's fucking Batman. He's godlike, and he's just too damn smart for Superman. So I figure that's going to happen. Also, shouts out to the new Injustice comic that just came out. I didn't get a chance to read it yet today, but I heard it was really, really good episode. Chapter 11, I guess you call it. So definitely, guys, get a chance. When you get a chance, buy it, check it out. You know, I've been enjoying. I've read the first 10 episodes of that already. It's been really good, and I look forward to reading the 11th one. So definitely, I want to check that out. Other than that, is final round this weekend, or is it that next weekend, James?
This weekend.
It's this weekend, right? All right, so guys, definitely check out final round. I believe Pig is doing one stream for Mortal Kombat. Team Spooky, I believe, is doing the main stream, if I'm correct. So, guys, definitely final round all weekend. Be hyped up for that. It should be a good event for all communities. Other than that, we got some major announcements going on, and James is going to be doing his thing tonight. That's it. James, take it to you.
All right.
Wait.
What?
Before that, guys, make sure you retweet. If you got any questions or comments about the show, use the hashtag #TheOnBlastShow when sending out your questions or comments. I will be checking that to read it. And so if you guys have anything, don't send it to @TheOnBlastShow. Instead, use the hashtag #TheOnBlastShow. And I will get it on there and let James know and me know and put it out there for you guys. All right?
All right, what's up, Konnichiwa? All right, so right off the bat, PAX, great show, a lot of shit shown for Injustice. My co-host breaking my balls, asking me how come we don't have Paulo, Hector, and Brian come on the show. I've asked. They said they're going to ask their management, their PR group, if it can happen. Hopefully it does. In the meantime, I got a little something for them, you know, just to hopefully inspire them to come on. And as many of you know, I believe it was day 3 of PAX, during an interview with Hector, this Filipino champ, or whatever the fuck his name is, came on and talked basically shit about the whole MK community, how... you know, pretty much if the Capcom players played the game that we'd all lose. Perfect Legend's ass, CD Junior's ass. I think, did he say Rio too or no? I don't think he mentioned. I don't think he mentioned Rio.
No, I don't think he mentioned Rio.
You know, I was in the Philippines once. You know, I might be this kid's dad. I don't even know. You know, I don't know what direction he's coming from. You know, I don't know who he thinks he is. But I can guarantee him, I've obviously been playing Street Fighter longer than him. I think he's a Marvel Capcom player, though, correct? I think he won EVO, as a matter of fact, didn't he?
Yeah, he won it in Marvel, and he plays he's one of the top players in Street Fighter.
Okay. What's he like, 12?
No, he's like, I believe in his 20s.
I don't know. Nah, he looks
20,
like,
maybe almost 30. I'm not positive, but he's in his 20s or 30.
he's like a little boy. I mean, literally, I wouldn't even put him up against. I mean, does the MK community have like an 18 and under group where maybe he could fit in? Actually, you know what? Sonic Fox and Kerbalicious will be more of his age group, so we should put this guy in that group. Let him play with the children first. Sit at the little children's table while the adults sit at the adult table. Now everybody's asked me, "Oh man, James, he's gonna do cantaloupes and he's gonna blow them up." Unfortunately, guys, I just felt the cantaloupe was way too big for him. The fact that I felt it was way too big for him, I pretty much was trying to figure out what would be suitable for somebody like, you know, Filipino champ. So, you know, I came up with this, which is a little lemon. And you see he got his little Philippine eyes, and I was going to put some sunglasses on him and make him look all tough. But unfortunately, you know, the little Filipino champ, in a nutshell, this is what would happen to him if he played against us. And that's basically what would wind up happening. So I'm not going to do a whole little speech on him. He definitely has no chance. Did he even play MK9?
As far as I know, no.
So that's the part of him I don't understand. This little boy, this little man boy, he reminds me of one of those, like, those little Philippine guys that get adopted by, like, gay parents, so they can basically raise him up to be some other gay guy's boy toy. I see him with the glasses, and he's all GQ, and he looks all smart, and talks all this shit. But come play Mortal Kombat. You know, and once again, what this comes down to is the fact that he's bashing a game in the fighting game community. I don't know if it's to build hype or if he's just a prick. I think he's just a prick, to be honest with you. But I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. Like I said, if he's out there in the Twitterverse and decides that he wants to come on the show, he's more than welcome to. He can bring his little GQ glasses and his little California attitude. But, you know, I don't think nothing's going to get accomplished. What I think has to happen is...
Well, we got people talking all over the FQT live stream right now. I'm reading their chat, and they're all talking about it right now.
You know,
but Champ is not there. I guess he's got Endless Play on and just left his shit on.
Yeah, no, he's not going to come on. He won't come on the show. A lot of these so-called top dogs in Street Fighter, they're scared shitless to come on the show. I'm too mean. I hurt people's feelings, but they don't realize I gotta clean up this little. I mean, the guy fucking just piddled all over my fucking area when I crushed him. So I mean, I'd imagine that's basically what's gonna happen to him. And by the way, Revolver, I'm sorry about the little. The little man boy toy thing, but you know, he just looks like that type of guy or kid. But you know, basically, like I said, first he's got to play people like Sonic Fox. Let him play Sonic Fox. Let him play Kerbalicious. Let him try. I think he was saying he was going to use Sinestro. Or Black Adam, I forgot. No, I think he said Sinestro.
Yeah, Sinestro, and he was a fan of the villain characters.
Doesn't matter who he uses, you know. I mean, I'm sure he, you know, like I said, everybody thinks because a block button is gone that we're not going to be able to stop cross-ups, and that's the only thing they got going for them. That's the fundamental difference, and in the amount of inputs on the pad to do a move. You know, but he's got to keep in mind that you can go either way. So if you want to turn around and use the Street Fighter setup, you can have the Street Fighter setup. If you want to have the MK setup, you can have the MK setup. So,
hold on, James. Yo, yeah. For all you guys took all that shit on the fucking FGC fucking live fucking stream, yo, why don't you come in this chat room and say all that shit and see the response you get from all these people saying there's only fucking 5 members in the fucking community? Go fuck yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, any of those cocksuckers out there that want to come and talk shit. Go ahead, talk shit. Say I'm mean, I curse, I'm an old man. Yeah, MK's free. That's why I've never seen anybody that's talking shit. I've never seen you place. I've never seen you place. So I mean, for you to talk shit, you have no backup for what you're saying. But I'm gonna tell you this: when injustice drops, I don't want to hear the typical bullshit excuse that Capcom players like to make, that the game, oh, this game is ass. Why is it ass? It's ass because you lost. You know, and I don't want to hear the Justin Wong, oh, he blew everybody up. He blew people up during PDP. That's it. You know, that's it. So what it really wound up doing is proving that two separate games, different strokes for different folks, and you know, if you want to say the game is ass because of a block button, it really shows how horrible of a player you are if it's so simple and you can't win. And when they say, oh, well, Justin Wong blows people up, he did one time. And you know what? I'll let out the little secret. It was a setup. The whole PDP was a setup. So I don't want to hear that bullshit about PL getting blown up.
Well, how was it a setup? Because now people are wondering.
It was a setup like a lot of other tournaments in the community are set up. People actually communicate with each other, and they figure out who has the best version of a character to beat the other person, and they'll lose on purpose. So I don't want to hear this bullshit that Justin Wong ever did anything in Mortal Kombat. He didn't. And it's not Illuminati. It's a fucking fact. And anybody that wants to know, James is not, I'm not salty. You know, I like I tell everybody, I said, I'm not in this community to win shit. And you say it's the lamest shit ever? Alright, all you cocksuckers that think I'm fucking just blowing smoke, I know for a fact two people actually threw matches in order to get to PL on purpose, because they knew one person had a better chance of beating them. Very simple. You know, call Arturo and end the beds, whatever. I don't even
Didn't they split the pot also?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and it's something that's happened in so many fucking tournaments, guys. So let's not fucking lie to ourselves, you know, and think that, you know, guys don't make deals with each other and say, you know, hey, I'm not saying nothing. I just said what I said, Tommy Brady. So that's what it comes down to. But Justin Wong did beat him. So, you know, it is what it is. So I don't want to hear that Justin Wong was like this great MK player. He was a good MK player. But he wasn't like the god that they make him sound like. So, I mean, for me, when I hear that, and it's like they all run behind their boys. You know, you had Wtih, who was good as well. You know, I mean, these guys gave up on the game because they weren't winning. They weren't winning. You know, they were doing good, but they weren't winning. They weren't making fucking 1, 2, or 3. No money, no stay. You know, and the fact that they do that, I can't blame them. You know, if you're not good enough for the game, that's why a lot of people aren't in, you know, the Capcom community, and a lot of people ain't in the anime community. If you're not good at the game, you're not going to. But rather than just bash the game, just move along. You know, Sal say you could say whatever you want, but don't talk as if I'm not fucking right with what I'm saying. Wtih isn't winning Street Fighter, but he still plays it because he's dedicated to that game. You know, now, it sucks that, you know, that the top players gotta talk the shit that they do about the game. You know, it's kind of like that guy that fucking shakes your hand and then fucks you at the same time. Rather than just have the communities actually come together, which is what's going to happen. It's already become a shit talking fest, and you're still 3 or 4 weeks out from the game coming out. Let's see what happens. I know they're talking about doing a 5 versus 5 at one of the events. Of the best Capcom versus the best Mortal Kombat players, and see how it turns out. You know, after that, you know, it's open to anybody. You know, now another thing I want to hit on is, you know, this bullshit about, you know, this person tested the game, he shouldn't be allowed to play in a tournament. Nobody has tested the game more than a week, so that doesn't put somebody in a position where they're so far ahead of everybody. So I mean, all the people that tested the game, leave them alone. You know, as far as that, the fact that those same people couldn't shut their fucking mouths and open up their mouths to websites and to people and tell people shit that's going on, you know, that's fucked up. You know, that's you know, being at one time in my life in the community, and being accused of something like that. You know, non-disclosure agreements are something to take serious. So, you know, those people that have opened their mouth or have tried to sneak zip drives out of the place, or went to websites like Test Your Might and talked a whole bunch of shit, you just really need to reevaluate yourselves, because, you know, the way I look at it, I don't want spoilers. I don't want people to turn around and wreck the game for me. I don't want to hear about the moves. I don't want to hear about fucking what characters in it. I want to play the game and see it. And when I see websites and it's Test Your Might, and yes, just so I don't have jugs in the channel saying that I'm biased, I also hit MKU on this as well. You guys are MK sites. Be MK sites. You know, the community needs MK sites. They don't need to have MK sites turn into Injustice or Ed Boon fanboy sites. That's one of the things that really irks me, is the fact that these sites are turning on MK and going to slowly become Injustice sites. You never said, then why, how come it, you know, Jugs is saying that, why don't you call it NRS.com? Where's the Arch Rivals or the Smash TV or the Narc section or, you know, any of the older games that they did? You don't do that. You know, so don't say that you're doing NRS support. That's a crock of shit. You know, it's dick riding on people. And, you know, I know a lot of dirt on the sites, you know, well, I don't want to say site, you know, that I choose to keep quiet because of promises to others that I wouldn't expose it. But the shady shit goes on there. You know, the people that run the site, banning people, you know, I had caught the post from, I guess his name was Leak of the Hut, and he basically put out a list of names of all the players who tested the game and said a whole bunch of stuff, and within 5 minutes the whole fucking thread was deleted. You know, and the fact that it was deleted was for the fact that they got caught already once with their pants down, and they didn't want to get caught with their pants down twice. So to me, once again, you know, you can ban me if you want. I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. The thread's gone, Limbo Dog. They deleted it. But then the person came into the chat. The person that did it came into the chat last week and was basically talking it all again. And he private messaged me, and he said after that he put that up there, he got banned. So he got banned for posting something that was real. You know, and that's, you know, that's just the typical MO of Jebailee. Shut the people up. But you know, I don't want to hit on that much more. I have a guest coming in a little bit, but now what I wanted to do is, because, you know, for NycFurby, I wasn't able to get Hector and Brian on the show, so I figured run a commercial quick, and you know, after I do the commercial, I'm going to see if I can reach out to them. Commercial done. Finish that commercial yet or what?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right. Anyway, guys, you know, I couldn't get those guys on, so what I wound up doing is basically, instead of that, I decided to make, I got Hector Sanchez, and everybody knows the Brian LeBaron with his little mohawk here. So, you know, basically, since I couldn't get them on the show, I figured I would ask them questions, and hopefully they can go back to this and get back to us and let us know exactly how Injustice is going to be. So, anyway, like I said, how are you doing, Hector? How you doing, Brian? I'm glad you guys finished wrapping up Injustice. I hope that the game turns out as good as people have been saying. Oops, I didn't mean saying like as far as non-disclosure agreements. I just meant saying in general talk. But you know, I really think that you guys should come on to my show, as well as Ed Boon. It would be good to get your guys' perspective on the game, what went into the game, hopefully after the game releases. I mean, I know, you know, you guys are traveling around a lot lately. Like I said, I've seen you guys at PAX. By the way, you guys did a great job. You know, I mean, I got to say, the interviews that you did, you know, second to none. I know you guys brought the testers in, you know, guys that tested the game. You had Crimson Shadow come on, who was allowed to ask questions for Test Your Might, which I thought was really cool. And, you know, like I said, I just want you guys to come on the show instead of two cantaloupes that I got to turn around and I got to talk to like I'm a fucking nut. And, I mean, I think this one, I mean, he kind of looks... He does look like Hector, though, doesn't he? Kind of.
Yeah.
You know, and then this, you know, I've known Brian for 20 years. You know, he got that little mohawk thing going on, so he's pretty good, too. But, you know, I'll hope you guys will reach out to, you know, to your PR group and guys get permission to come on the show. I know a lot of people would want to have... you come on and discuss, obviously, Injustice, hopefully before the game comes out with a little, you know, a couple of little Easter eggs on the side. Why is it racist? Somebody said it was racist.
That's probably 16-bit.
Yeah, well.
That's his famous word. Everything's racist to him.
Well, no, if it was racist, see, this was actually Filipino champ at first, which was kind of racist, I thought. And I was trying to find a pair of sunglasses, but I don't wear sunglasses. I was going to put some sunglasses on his head, and you know, he's got that. See, if you notice his grin, he's got that like on the side of his thing, like he's talking out of the side of his mouth, because that's what he kind of was doing when he was there. Well, he was actually talking out of his ass. But you know, I mean, he's actually, you know, to be quite honest, Philippines really don't have eyes like that, but you know. What do you want? You know, I only had a little time to draw it, but you know, it's like Two-Face. He's like, oh no, I Filipino champ. I kill you all in every game I play. And then all of a sudden it's, ¿Qué pasa, amigo? This is Hector. Buenos dias, senor. So, I mean, unfortunately, Brian, you know, I put a lot of work into Brian LeBaron with his mohawk. You know, that was like some sponge.
I was just going to say, is that a fucking sponge? Oh, yeah, it is a sponge.
It's a sponge, you know.
What,
so
you cut the head open to put that in there?
I mounted it in there with crazy glue. It stays in there, just like Brian's hair, man. So, you know, I'll send these to you guys if you want them. With that said, guys, I am going to allow these guys to do what they do best, continue making great games. Hopefully they'll turn around and come back on the show someday. You know what? I'll leave them hanging out over here, actually. They can watch the show. I'm going to give them front row seats to the show today. You know, now, I know, like I said, Jeb Bailey had reached out to me. He actually wanted to... Yeah.
Okay, never mind. No, never mind. Go ahead.
I want to see if he wants it to get on. Yeah, it should be. Okay. How about now? How's that?
Huh? Who?
Jeb Bailey. Mr. Jeb Bailey wants to come on the show.
Oh, bring him on. Where's he at?
I just hit him up with a message saying if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. Yeah, we got it. It's kind of cool to sit next to these guys. I feel honored. You know, I mean, not like, you know, a lot of the guys in the community that wanted Dick right. He said give him 5 minutes.
Okay.
You know, not like a lot of the people in the community that like want to gobble their cook just because they're the guys that program the game. But you know, it is kind of cool. I feel honored sitting next to them. So yeah, Jeb Bailey will be joining us in 5 minutes. He's got a couple of things he wants to discuss, which is no problem with us. You know, I know, well, Brian smokes, but I'm not going to have him smoke a cigarette. No, I'm not doing this sledgehammer thing, you know. I don't want to smash these two guys. These guys are the good guys, so I let them stay. Next week I might be joined by Ed Boone the Cantaloupe, so watch out. You never know who I get. Actually, something totally unrelated. I've been talking to TonyJah. If any of you guys know who TonyJah is, which I'm sure you all do, you know, and I'm working on trying to get him to come on the show as well and just talk about, you know, general bullshit, you know, the martial arts, the movies, you know, growing up, the game, you know, the whole thing. I've also spoke with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Ho-Sun Pak. Ho-Sun Pak's probably going to be joining us next week. He was going to join us with... I could probably get John Tobias back on the show. Yes, he speaks English and he actually lives in Los Angeles. So once they change up, it's pretty much once they become big actors. 3 years without a cigarette is good, and you're about to relapse because of me. I'm sorry, man. I really didn't mean to. I went about 3 weeks. But you know, Ho-Sun Pak, like I said, he was supposed to come on. He's in Vegas. So he's probably going to turn around and he's going to turn around and come next week. So that'll be cool. Other things that are going on. I want to let Jeb Bailey come on before I really continue with, hey, homeboy Tyson in the house. What's up there, sir? Haven't seen, you got any new tracks yet or what? I definitely want to continue more with some other stuff. And once again, everybody's invited to come on this, you know, on the show. So anybody that wants to get on here, just hit me up. Let me know. Once again, this Filipino chump is more than welcome to come on the show. If he wants to talk smack, I want to hear exactly what's up, Mariano Tekken. I want to hear fundamentally why he believes that MK players would get blown up by Capcom players. And I call them Capcom players not because of the game, but because of his shitty disposition. You know, he definitely he's a joke. I don't care what he wins. You know, he's one of these people, a loudmouth, arrogant, cocky son of a bitch who should just do himself a favor and shut his mouth before the real world turns around. No, I don't have to box. I don't box. I just choke you. You know, I mean, I'm not one of those. I smoke too much to box. If I start boxing somebody, I got about maybe 3 minutes, and then after that, you're fucking me up because I'm exhausted. Therefore, I just got to choke you to death, or slam you in the ground until you're unconscious. I mean, those are the best ways to do it. You know, now I'm chewing on the thing. Now I'm like you. It's really about the attitudes that these people in the community have, that they think they're elite. I don't give a fuck who sponsors you. I don't give a shit what tournaments you run. I don't give a shit if you've won 30 Evos. No, you want to see the my Brian LeBaron and my Hector Sanchez again? Hold on. There you go. There's Hector Sanchez. He usually likes to wear a hat. I was trying to find a hat that fit him. And, you know, you got Brian LeBaron with the mohawk. You know, but, you know, the MK community is really pissed that this guy talked shit. Yeah, start with the dicks. I don't want to see dicks on my screen, guys. I like the puppy dog, but not the dicks. Needless to say, you know, I will try to get, you know, the original guys, Hector, Brian, and Paolo, on the show soon. Hopefully I can. You know, I like the puppy dog. The puppy dog's nice. That's like Derptile's dog. No, I don't think the cat. James, I would not worry about it. I don't worry about nothing. Yeah, I want to see, like I said, I know a lot of OBS guys are going the final round, so, you know, you got King Ray Jr., Isaiah, you got the whole Florida crew going there, basically. You got Trey Pound, obviously, going there. I don't know who else is going. You know, I don't think anybody from New York is going, though. Not that I know of, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm not really sure. There might be a couple guys, but I'm not really positive.
You know, but Capcom players are the elite at begging for donations. You know, it's funny because I was talking to Chris Bond of Put That Back, and you know, I said to him, I said, I don't know how some of these fucking people that don't have jobs manage to get to these tournaments. All right, Limbo Dog, it's enough with the dog. You know?
Yeah, gentlemen, chill with the guys, chill with the dogs, otherwise I'm going to start timing motherfuckers out.
Well, alright, well, guess what? You know what? Go fucking sit in the timeout now. I'm not going to ban you, so don't worry, but go in the timeout world. And Limbo Dog, you get to go in the timeout as well, so have a timeout. Alright, I'm not going to turn around and watch a bunch of fucking dogs on the screen. You know, I mean, like I said, you know, the community, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been stressing how the fighting game community's got to unite. You know, Anime, Smash, you know, all these guys want to make money, you know. This chump change of that you get at tournaments, and that's exactly what it is, guys. It's chump change. You know, it's really kind of pathetic that a lot of people claim that you know, oh, this guy's making $1 million playing games, and this guy, you know, beyond Fatality and some Korean players that are playing StarCraft. There's not a lot of money in the fighting game community. And the reason there's not a lot of money in the fighting game community is because there's no sponsorships. You know, the only sponsorships that are out there are, you know, little groups like, you know, little groups. No, I appreciate it, Christy White Knight. I mean, I don't want to talk about Ski Sonic. I really don't even want to give him the time of day. But you know, to me, he's part of that elite group. You know, like I said, he better start smoking weed or some shit, because he's definitely one of those people that put himself in a category. And I'm not blaming everybody. You know, I watched the panels, streams of the panels. Another thing that I noticed is the media groups, media coverage. You know, when I see media coverage, you know, and this is actually something that's been going on for years. I've talked to other people about it as well. You know, when you're media, you can go to events like E3 and, you know, E3, PAX, and all those. You get in for free because you're press. When you're press, you should respect the other people in the press. Yo, what's up? Shout outs to all my boys in Trinidad. I'll definitely be seeing you guys over at VXG. With that said, I just see Mr. Jeb Bailey back pop in. So let me add him. Hold on a second.
All right.
What's up, sir?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Going well, man. How's it going down in the lovely land of Florida?
Good. Just got back yesterday from PAX East in Boston. Besides screwing up my knee, which I have to go get checked out tomorrow, everything's pretty good.
Yeah, I watched you playing some dive kick there.
Yep, I played some Injustice too.
And what do you think?
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I only got about 6-7 matches in, but I'm definitely picking it up day one to try it out. But I was very impressed with all the little details, like the you know, you can go while you're playing nobody's going to do it during tournament, but while you're playing with your buddies, you can pull up like the moves list and choose specific moves to bring into the game. And then like the player voting for stages is really freaking cool. What happens is when you go to pick a stage, the first person, you know, gets to pick the stage, but during that stage select, if the second player presses A or X, it'll also let them pick a stage. So then both people will pick a stage, and it'll flip a coin of which stage that the game will be played on. So I really like that. The gameplay itself felt really solid. At first, it looks like it moves like Mortal Kombat, but the combos looked really cool, and you know, a lot of us are very interested to play it. I know Josh and Arturo were playing it all weekend, and I was saying Hectorific, man, all he wanted to do, he didn't want to party. He just wanted to play that game nonstop with everybody, so that was pretty cool.
Now, do you think this game's going to actually maybe bridge a lot of the Capcom and the Mortal Kombat players to finally actually come to the same table and play one game?
It's really hard to say. Nobody can really predict that. I see the Mortal Kombat community sticking with it longer, just because, you know, all the Capcom guys are still on Marvel, and now it's Street Fighter 4 is getting another update. You know, that's going to bring new life into it. But I hope so. It'd be nice to see. But I know for the first few months it's out, there's going to be a lot of trash talk, and I want to turn that into something entertaining for both communities to watch at CEO.
It's already started, and the game's not even out yet.
I know. Good. I mean, not that I'm building off of F-Champ, but the reason why I'm going to come on the show is not really an announcement. Just ideas come to me every day about what I can do for CEO. And a lot of people have been asking me, what is this like whole Fighter Mania thing? At first, it was going to be all about the Capcom games, but after seeing Injustice in person, you know, and Dive Kick's probably going to be a part of it as well. It's basically like a 3-hour pay-per-view show all about the FGC and like the best rivalries and matches. And I think a killer idea for Injustice, you know, since unfortunately Injustice isn't a tournament at EVO, it will be, you know, UFGT, ECT, a lot of other tournaments right after the game comes out. But I think Fighter Mania would be a great chance to have both communities play each other and just find out who's the better, just, you know, when the game starts. I mean, in a year from now, I guarantee you the dedicated MK players are going to beat the Capcom players, but if anybody picks up a game faster than anybody else, it's the Capcom players every time. No offense, but I mean, when Mortal Kombat had the PDP tournament, look who was in top 8. Mostly Capcom players, and then they done fell off from Mortal Kombat. So, but yeah, what I was planning to do is, and everyone's like, why don't you do every game? You know, it's Injustice is a level playing field. It's only going to be out for 2 months before CEO, so I want to do like a 3v3, the best of the Capcom players versus the best of the Mortal Kombat community in Injustice.
That sounds great. I know I got another guy coming on as well that has something going on similar for ECT as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I didn't know if anybody else is doing it.
Which is a 5 versus 5, but you know what? It don't matter. You know, it's you know, the dates change. See who sticks it out. See what, you know. I can guarantee you, some people are gonna drop it. Some people, you know, it's like any other game. You know, some people are going to turn around, play it for a month, and say, you know what? I mean, I did that with Tekken. No offense to Tekken, I think it's a great game, but you know, I have a limited amount of time to actually sit and play games. But you know, that was the one game I chose to put down, that and Soul Calibur. You know, I went back to Street Fighter after 20 years of not playing it. Gotta say I like it. You know, I have no qualms with it at all. I mean, yeah, there's some bullshit in it, but you know, one of the things that I've always said is, which is, you know, I hate to use the Rambo line, but you know, Filipino champ drew first blood. You know, and now, you know, the MK community wants me to put bounties out on them. Before I put bounties out on anybody, you know, I want to get my hands on the game. You know, I mean, if it was, you know, I want to see how it plays. I mean, last time I put out, you know, $1,000 and nobody took it. I put out $500. Little Curbalicious up in Rochester, New York, wound up taking it. But I do want to see the Capcom world, and I hope the anime community gravitates towards it as well as obviously fans of DC Comics. So I definitely think it's going to do well. How well is it going to do? I don't know. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, the interactive backgrounds, I don't know if that's something that's going to be left as tournament viable, right, or if it's going to be shut off.
Yeah,
James, real quick, read what I put.
Let me see what you put. Yeah. Where are we? Where are you?
You guys need to mod me so I can get rid of these long spam posts.
What is this here? God, I don't know what the fuck you wrote.
I hope people understand what promoting all is all about. Sigh. I don't understand what promoting's about. Not me. You know, that's fine. You know, I mean, like I said, you know, Filipino champ, you don't have to worry. This ain't like an issue where, you know, somebody's going to come beat you up. I mean, it's good to have the rivalry. That's why, like I said, I invite you to come to the show. You know, I would rather you talk even more shit. You know, talk as much shit as you want. But, you know, I don't like hit and runs. That's my thing. Don't just throw something out there and then fade away. You know, so, I mean, Filipino champ, if, you know, one of your boys are listening or you're listening, you know, add me on Skype and hop on in, and you know, you could call out PL, Cdjr, Pig the Hut, whoever you want to call out. But you know, it's definitely, you know, the hype is there for this game. I hope it lasts. Obviously, like I said to Alex, I would definitely love to see that as well. Unfortunately for me, you know, my new job at Madison Square Garden is preventing me to go to a lot of the tournaments right now. I wanted to come down there. I wanted to go to final round this weekend. You know, I may still be able to get down there. I'm probably not going to enter much. I'm just probably going to come down there to come down. I know, I believe, you know, little King Ray Jr. is supposed to be playing you there. He's blowing people up in Tekken, man.
Good. I'm glad, man. So I had fun playing him. I haven't actually had a chance to play anything right now. So I'm excited for Injustice. Like I said, I'll get it day one. I'll be playing that. I mean, I might retire from competing once Dive Kick comes out, because that game is so easy to get into, but it's so challenging, man, that I don't have time for much anything else except that game because it's just going to be so easy to play with everybody. But if any game bridges the gap, not to talk smack or anything, I really see Dive Kick getting a lot of like new people. I don't know if they're going to join the tournament scene because of Dive Kick, but a lot of them are going to be entering it the first couple months it's out because that game's just a lot of fun. But
did they announce a release date for it?
It's summer this year. I have no clue when it's coming out, but it's sometime this summer.
That's going to be on console, right?
PS3, PC, and the PS Vita.
Okay.
So, but I mean, the main reason I came on was whatever everyone else is doing with their events, awesome. I really see Injustice having a good push from the get-go. Injustice is going to sell well at the end of the day, which is the purpose of making video games. I love the promotion they're doing with all those versus battles, but come on, it's going to be Batman versus Superman in the end.
That's what we were just saying. We were just saying that.
Who can't see that coming? But
and I'm hoping Batman wins.
So who do you think you're going to main?
I'm telling you, man, when I was talking to Hector, the second I saw that Sinestro video, I go, this guy is the best character in the game. I mean, when I played Street Fighter 4, I didn't pick up on Balrog until about 8 months into the game. I started off with Ryu. But I'm going to play Sinestro day one and master that guy because he looks legit.
Oh, yeah? Sinestro?
Yeah, I did play Bane at PAX East, man. He's got the... And it was funny because when Arturo was watching, he's like, dude, crouching light kick, or it's crouching A. It's this so super quick, like, poke. And it's just like, you see Bane, and then you see him do this crouching light kick. You're like, how the hell is he doing that move? It's pretty hilarious. But I'm going to try out Sinestro. Obviously, Superman and Batman are like the Ryu and Ken of the game, so everyone's going to be playing that online. But Sinestro is my top pick as of right now. Black Adam looked legit too, but they still got some other characters to announce, so we got to see who else is in there. But I'm going to try all the characters. That story mode, I was watching it while they were playing at PAX East, and just like any other NRS game of recently, the story mode is a lot of fun. But yeah, so at CEO, I would love to see a 3v3. If I had to pick the players, it wouldn't be Arturo and them because I think they've been helping out with the game, so that'd be a little unfair. But honestly, I think the Street Fighter side should be like Justin Wong. Who else? People in the chat, throw me out names because
Ricky.
No, I don't think Ricky's going to play. F-Champ, obviously. I mean, I know
that's a given.
Trash, but let's see if he actually picks up the game.
PR.
Yeah, actually no, PR Rock because he was using Raiden and MK, so that would be a legit team. And then MK's side would be Legend. I'd like to see Pig of the Hut. I think he's interested in something like that. And who else? Who's another big name?
Junior, Rio.
Junior, yeah, one of those two if they're going to come out to CO. Actually, you know what? Junior would be the perfect guy because he plays Street Fighter, he plays MK, so I think he'd be a good... So that'd be a pretty good team, but I think I might let the community vote on it and closer to the event. We just, we can't really say much until the game comes out and see who actually plays it.
Yeah.
So, and who knows, maybe PDP is going to do another tournament since they are making the stick.
Yeah, well,
so
those PDP sticks, there's something.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to give as a player, not as an organizer trying to suck up, they haven't been able to say anything about the sticks, so that worries me a little, but I already pre-ordered that package just because I like to own all the newest sticks. No homo. So
let me know how that PDP stick comes out.
I will, definitely.
I've actually been wondering about it also. It looks nice, but, does it actually work good,
Yeah, and I love the MK stick for nostalgia, but I remember I would see Newbie from Florida carry that to tournaments, and because he's a huge dude, it looks small in his hands. But
it sucks lugging it around.
I'm like, how the hell do you take that everywhere? So I like the new stick because it's a lot smaller, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited for the game. I'd like to see a challenge like that to have two communities battle each other. And I know in Florida, I love the MK community down here. They're always, they're hype. They bring the hype to Florida. So they'd be hilarious on the MK side at a CEO event playing against the Street Fighter side. So we'll see what happens. But I definitely want to make that happen for Fighter Mania at CEO.
All right, guys, so, keep that in mind. Alex will have, I guess you'll put something up or tweet something out there to get people to vote on the players.
Yeah, I'll wait till the game comes out, and then I'll do more about it. Because, like, Fighter Mania, it's not just going to be an exhibition night. It's more of a show, and I have a lot of work going into the production for it. So I'll have to know the players well in advance, because we're going to be doing green screen footage of the players with sexy versus screens and all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited to show it.
Well, is this going to be like pre-recorded, or are you going to do this live?
Oh, it's live. It's Friday night.
Okay, it's live. All right.
Yeah, so it's going to be Friday night. And people ask me, why don't you do a 10v10, or why don't they play the Mortal Kombat game, Street Fighter game, and Injustice? Only Injustice, guys, because that's a level playing field. We already know the results if they play the other games. So, and I only have 3 hours to do this show, and it's only going to be about 5 different preset matches, and a 3v3 would fit in perfectly.
All right, hold on a second. No. Okay. Fuck, boy, I'm trying to find this fucking person, and I've been looking for him for fucking a month, and I don't know where the fuck he disappeared to. But yeah, definitely, guys. Follow. What's your Twitter again?
CEO Jebailey, and just hit me up anytime. And I hope you guys pick up Injustice. It really, as a player and a fan of gaming, obviously, when I saw Hector just wanting to play this game with people, it really made me want to love this game even more. So I definitely support the game just because I played it and such. So yeah, CEO Jebailey, CEOgaming.org is the event. You got to be there to experience the Fighter Mania idea I have, but you can also enjoy it at home on the stream. So, and that's it. So, just want to come and say that, and I really appreciate it.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming on. And, guys, be sure to check out CEO.
All right. Thank you, guys. Take care.
You got it.
All right, Jebailey.
Bye.
All right. From one island, from one person's island to another man's island. Let's see what we got here. What we got going down in the islands at the beach? Answer. Alright. You just told me you wanted to come on. Come on. Don't make me wait. Alright, let me drop him and add him back in. I'll add him back in and text to him right now. Let's go to the beach. Okay. Need a mic. Get one.
Remember, guys, if you have any questions or comments, use the hashtag #TheOnBlastShow. Don't send it at @TheOnBlastShow. Just use the hashtag. And I'm reading the hashtag, guys.
Now, one of the things, like I was saying earlier, about the egos and the attitudes and the people in the community that, put themselves on these fucking pedestals because they play fucking video games. It's sad, and like I was trying to say earlier, it goes beyond, it goes way beyond just gamers. The egos float on every side, and who suffers for it? Us as players. One of the things I noticed is like even media coverage, it seems to be fluffed to what's up, Jazz Nazi Classico, not to Classico. I got a clip that I want to show quick, and basically, it's the mentality that people have. This was an interview that was done at PAX, and let me make this bigger, and let me go over here, and basically.
First, I would like to introduce everybody and then give you guys some kind of a rundown. We're going to be having a little discussion about the fighting game community. And first, I would like to introduce everybody and then give you guys some kind of a rundown. We're going to be having a little discussion about the fighting game community, and then we'll open it up for questions. We are shocked, amazed, and humbled by the amount of people that have showed up, so thank you. Anyways, my name is... and I'm the CEO of Crossner TV, which is the entertainment network for fighting game fans. We have a pretty large YouTube channel, been running events and producing shows like Crossner Live, Excellent Adventures, all kinds of things since about 2010. To my left, I have fighting game legend and president of Level Up Series, Mr. Alex Wtih. it is another Alex, Mr. Alex Jebailey, who is the founder and director of CEO Gaming in Orlando.
Notice the camera, people.
Mr. James Chen, one half of Ultra Chen team. James partner, Ultra David, of course, you can catch them quite frequently on some of Level's productions, as well as.
I probably would have punched this guy in the back of the head.
And then next we have Mark Julio, who is the global sponsorship and community manager for MadCats.
I just want to say thanks for coming, guys.
Let me rewind it a second. All right, guys. You know, I want you to understand where I'm coming from with this. This douchebag right here taking the picture should have had his head slammed into the table. And the reason he should have is because of the simple fact that there's media there. You know, I think the DC on his head it stands for dirty cocksucker, because everybody else is trying to do their media shots and this guy is recording over everybody else. And you'll notice the person that's shooting this is trying to get shots too. You know, this just goes. I'm not going to skip Spooky. I'm going to let it go through again. I'm mad about the fact that, you know, not only can the FGC not get along, the media can't get along. And, you know, Kid on blast. I don't know who Kid is, but, you know, Kid should, you know, be able to recognize that there's other media groups there trying to shoot stuff, okay? To stand in front of this cocksucker don't even turn around once. Just watch.
I know, this dumb fuck here.
This dumb fuck don't move for shit. I wish I smashed that fucking camera over his head.
One half of Ultra Chen team. James partner, Ultra David, of course, you can catch them quite frequently on some of Level's productions, as well as most of the Road to Evo events, including Evo itself. And then next we have Mark Julio, who is the global sponsorship.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't want to get a shot of him either.
I just want to say thanks for coming, guys.
Don't worry. And then take us to that finally all the way over there.
Scooby, please!
Mr. Victor Fontanez, aka Spooky, the president and of broadcasting and consulting firm Team Spooky. So basically, this panel is
Anyway.
going to be about the growth of fighting games.
Anyway, the point is, the point of the whole thing is, okay, it goes hand in hand with the selfishness of people in the community. And I think somebody mentioned the guy's name, Esteban, or whatever the fuck his name is. I think somebody said that. You know, other media groups were trying to get shots. You know, and I watched this, and I came across this, and I said, why would the motherfucker not give everybody a chance to get a shot? Gloria Esteban, whatever the fuck the cocksucker's name is. My point is, you know, if you're going to do media, you know, I don't think it's a lack of situational awareness. I just think it's greedy. It's a greedy Gretchen that wants to turn around and hog up the limelight and get the best shots and do his shit. You know, Woozle 316, exactly. He's a fucking bonehead. He's a bonehead. You know, and the fact that, you know, other media groups basically, what do they got? They got a shot of this cocksucker's back of his head. They don't even get a shot of the guy. That's where I'm saying that the FGC's got to grow up. Not only on the game side, but on the media side. The days of old where everything was paper press is gone. Everything's online. Everything's digital media now. You know, you got to learn to share. You know, and that's one of the things that, you know, especially if you know, you want everybody to experience. Maybe I go to, I don't know, put that back or fight your rival. You know, what do I get to look at? I get to look at this fucking guy's back of his head. You know, and it irks the shit out of me seeing the back of his head. You know, what was that video? You know, and people are saying, well, maybe he wasn't aware. I don't think so. I think it was more of maybe the motherfucker just didn't care. You know, and it just goes to show that this lack of respect in the community, you know, the lack of respect in this community goes beyond just gamers. You know, EMP Esteban. You know, but hopefully, you know, guys will, you know, have enough decency to respect each other. And you know what? You know, and I see now F-Champ is just trying to build hype. Stream Monsters cannot into hyping fights. So I don't know. I'm not turning around. You know, with that, you know, I'm all for the hype. I'm all for the hype, and I'm cool with it. But you know, the fact is, like something like that, that's just rude. You know, that's a rude thing to do to somebody. I find it irritating. I mean, what I'm basically saying is I'm glad the On Blast show on road fucking interviewing wasn't there, because he would have went down. I would have put him down. You know, and it's for the simple fact that, you know, other people are there, have consideration. But I'm not going to harp on that anymore. What I'm going to do is I have two other guys I want to add into the chat right now. I got one and I got two. Let's get these guys going here.
Let me put out a message.
Hoodies, you wouldn't have did a damn thing. Oh, I would have dropped them on the fucking floor. Trust me, he would have went down. If I had to buckle his fucking knees, I'll buckle his knees. But you got to learn to respect one another. Anyway, guys, I got Phase 3 and Mr. Andrew Barber. You guys there?
Can you hear me?
I hear you, and I hear somebody typing.
That's me.
Okay.
I'm here.
Getting violent over a game? No, I'm not. And turn your volume down. It's not getting violent over a game. I don't have anger management issues. In fact, I got a diploma telling me I graduated from anger management school twice. So I guess I got my bachelor's in fucking anger management. You know, it's the simple fact. Yeah, MK is garbage. You can, that's fine. You can, all you troll monsters could say whatever you want, but just remember this. Once again, you could suck my dick while you're cupping my balls, because I really don't give a fuck what you think about what games you are. You know, anyway, to get off of that subject, Mr. Phase 3 and Andrew Barber, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Shut up, Andrew. I'm doing fantastic.
What's going on with you guys? I hear you got a lot of stuff in the works lately.
Well, do you want me to mention the 5v5 now?
Yes.
Or yeah, wait, what about Bailey on and try to like douse our flames?
No, because he's the 3-on-3, so you're times 2.
Oh, well, I don't know if that math checks out, but roughly, I can mention a little bit of it.
It's New York math, all right?
Yeah. All right. Well, what I'll say is this to start off is, for months now, we've actually been working at composing a 5v5 because we sort of foresaw the communities clashing. This whole rivalry between Capcom and Mortal Kombat, this isn't a new thing. For months now, especially a while back when Chris G proclaimed that he had been taking Mortal Kombat seriously again, people were hyping up this inevitable clash between Mortal Kombat and Capcom. And so we were thinking months ago it would be great if, in a very civil way, these two communities could come together and compete in a 5v5 where you would test their fundamentals not too long after the game was released, but long enough to where you had a few good BMBs found. It wasn't, week 1 tech. And that's something that we have planned. I can elaborate more on that later. What I will say right now, for the current moment, I will talk a lot more about that later, but there is a 5v5 in the works. I will tell you where, when it is, and a little bit more about it later.
Okay.
But do you want me to get to the main announcement now?
Yeah, let's...
Yeah, tell us the reason why you on the show, because everybody's probably wondering why is Phase 3 and SwiftTomHanks on the show.
Yeah, why would you ever have me on the show? So, I'm sure that's the question, and I'll try to answer that. Andrew, you with me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as it stands right now, recently I, along with many others, have been in talks with top players, event organizers, and notable contributors from multiple communities. So MK, Anime, Capcom, all of them. And this, of course, includes Jamessmk himself. Generally, what we found is that we all agree there needs to be more unity within the fighting game community. And Injustice presents this amazing opportunity to bring us together in a way that almost no fighting game has done in the past. So with that in mind, our team has created a website. This website has extremely ambitious goals, so before I answer any questions about the website, please allow me to explain the purpose of the site and the philosophy behind the website. So, due to Injustice's broad appeal, we found ourselves with a unique opportunity to achieve something really extraordinary. And it's no secret that, despite all of us being part of a single fighting game community, we've segregated ourselves into factions that seldom intermingle. And it is our belief that if Injustice is to survive in the long term, and if we are ever going to start making massive leaps as a singular community, we have to work together. So what we're saying is we understand the unlikelihood of Shoryuken people migrating to Test Your Might, just as it's unlikely to see Smashboards people migrate to MKU and vice versa. So generally, we understand that there are these fences up between communities, and we know that people aren't going to be hopping these fences. So instead, we've decided to build a house on that fence and hope that everybody can come in and everybody can participate. So to break that down, what we're going to do is, well, what we've done is we've built a site where instead of being like the Injustice half of Test Your Might, the Injustice half of Shoryuken, the Injustice half of MK, this site is just Injustice. At this site, we are all Injustice players unified to share and develop tech, create hype events, and collaborate to provide this game with the support it deserves. And I can tell you guys the URL of the website. At the moment, it is injusticesociety.com. Everything, all the videos on the front page should be functional, and the forums are up. Everything is up there. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about the site while this goes on. Andrew, do you have any quick notes to add?
Well, yeah. First of all, you read that off a script, didn't you? You wrote that down.
Well, no, I know. I've like. Do you know how long I've been thinking about this?
Yeah, enough to write it down. Anywho, should I just go into like at least two of the biggest features of the site that I'm really passionate about, or where do you want to go from here?
By all means.
All right, cool. If you go to injusticesociety.com, two of the things that I think, at least coming from like the MK community, that we don't do enough is promote local events, or not even any event, local to major to what have you, and also local scenes. And this is something that we really want to strive to do like a good service to on Injustice Society. So on the, I don't know.
No, the site already crashed. Nobody can get on it.
Oh, no, Crossner.
I'm trying to refresh and it crashed.
Unbelievable. Well, later on when 464 people aren't trying to get on it at once, we have specific pages for local scenes and for upcoming events. This way, you're never going to miss out on a tournament. You're never going to have to go digging for this information yourself. You're never going to go to individual like websites, call people up and be like, when is this, where is this, et cetera, et cetera. We'll be promoting anything and everything that has Injustice, and we'll make sure that it's given the time that it needs to have before the event comes along. People like Phase 3 and myself and the other people that are behind this site, we have like a ton of connections with TOs and with players, and we'll be having tons of interviews and anything you need really to get yourself prepared for any kind of tournament. And then second biggest thing is that I know there's going to be like a lot of new people wanting to get in on Injustice. I mean, like if you look at sites like MKU and TYM right now, like at least 25% I'd say of like active members are brand new, and I know that they're going to be in a position that I was in like 2 years ago when MK9 came out, and you're trying to find people to play with. So one of the things that I want to do is promote local scenes and getting people together like around various areas all throughout at least to start North America, so the States and Canada. So we already have about 6 to 7, I think, local scenes that we're already partnered with from the get-go. But whenever the site gets back up, you can check it out. And if you have any kind of scene, it could literally be you and your 2 buddies playing in your basement. You can contact me on the site and give me all the information, whether it be like your stream channel, who you play with, when you play, and where you play. And, we'll do like a little background check. We'll interview you because I believe, James, you were the one who was telling Kyle that we should do that. That way they don't show up in some like warehouse and get murdered or what have you.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want anybody getting mugged and showing up to...
Unless you send them my way. I could use a couple of bucks. They ain't working much.
All right, we'll promote the James MK scene then. You let me know. But yeah, I just want to cut the legwork out for a lot of people. It was such a bitch for me when I was trying to get into MK9. I just started running locals here in my apartment with Phase 3 and some other guys that we knew, and we had to go to tournaments, and when we went to tournaments, we were just like, like, do you live here? Like, can we be friends, please? Like, can you come over and play? And we happened to meet people like AC and 7L and Teef and, other people like around the Philly area, but we had to do all the legwork. And anything to make that easier, I think, is going to be great. It's going to be great for you, and it's going to be great for Injustice. And that's something right now that, like, I've been trying to pitch this to everybody for God knows how long, and no one was hearing me out. So when I was given the opportunity to kind of spearhead this project with the other guys, this is something that I wanted to do, just along with all the events too. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but like certain things. Certain events pop up and you're like, oh shit, like I didn't even know about it until like a week ahead of time. So anything we can do to help there, I think is good. But you can go ahead now and talk about what you want to, Kyle.
I actually just got word from Crossner that they called the service provider and they're allocating more bandwidth. So yay!
Right. Cool.
I'm glad.
I guess he wasn't expecting the hammer right now.
Yeah, I mean, geez. We had discussed it briefly, but I guess we have the contingency plan in place. So yeah, Andrew is really passionate about making sure that people don't have to go through the hell we went through when building a scene. And one of the things that holds games back from existing in the long term, especially, I mean, outside of online, is finding people to play. If you don't have people to play, what are you going to do? You're going to run through story mode a couple times, and if you don't have online for whatever reason, or if the online isn't that great and you don't play it, then you're just going to drop the game. So that's something we're really, really passionate about. Another thing that we're really excited about is delivering content that is unique, it's original, and it tries to synthesize like sort of entertainment and education. So it'll be informative. You'll still see all the tech, and you'll still see all the combos, you'll still see all these other aspects of the game, but they're going to be wrapped in this very entertaining gloss. So we're going to try to bring on a lot of personalities and a lot of people who are fun to listen to, and they're going to be guest appearing on our videos. I know did we just add Pherleece?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know that a lot of people, somebody in the chat said, are these tester mic mods? I'm not a tester mic mod, by the way. Anyway,
I don't think
Pherleece,
any of those.
A few people were mentioning, oh, this is great for local scenes, but I'm sure people are thinking, what about online? Pherleece did not forget about the online people. He has absolutely huge plans for the Injustice online community. We don't want to segregate or separate the Injustice online scene from the actual people who go to tournaments. So Pherleece, what exactly do you have planned for the online players?
Actually, I wasn't ready to announce it yet, but
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
You can drop some hints, right?
Yeah, but because I'm about to go tuck my girl into bed. But I'm gonna be holding online series. Well, I don't know. We really haven't decided on a name yet. But so for now, we're gonna call it the Injustice Society Online Championship Series, and it's gonna be basically 4 online tournaments over the course of 2 months. There's still a few details need to be worked out, but for each of the 4 tournaments, we're going to take either the top 2 players from each of them or the top 4, and we're going to have a championship tournament at the end of it and just do like 8 or the 16 people that qualify from each of the 4 tournaments. And we're going to have like good big prizes for that championship tournament. And I can't announce the date at least for now, just so people know, it looks like the first tournament is going to happen on May 31st. And yeah, we will be doing, I do plan to do one for Xbox and one for PS3. And they both should be streamed. So look out for that, and I should have the final details probably later.
All right, let's get into the offline scene then as well. Since Injustice is not at EVO this year, and to quote my buddy Claude, that I think EVO, or he thinks, and I agree with him, that EVO fucked up royally by not including Injustice. We want to make up for that, and we have an Injustice season planned out. I've been in contacts with various TOs across North America and one in Canada to pretty much... I mean, they're going to run Injustice anyway, but what we're going to do is we're going to count them as qualifiers that lead up to. We're calling it Injusticon right now, but that name could change. So anyway, we're leading up to our own personal Evo just for Injustice at the end of 2013, sometime in the fall. So as soon as I can get, the 100% verification from these TOs and these tournaments, we'll announce them, we'll interview the TOs, we'll tell you about the tournament or the qualifiers, and, we'll save, the top 16 performances or something like that. We'll work out the details. The same old shit with any qualifiers, but we're going to be providing you an equivalent to an EVO season for Injustice, since you didn't get one this year from EVO itself. Yeah, well, I mean, VXG is doing Injustice, absolute justice, but having a season, I think, is still hype, and I think we should still have that. Then dialing back to what Phase 3 was saying, this is another huge thing. Unfortunately, you can't see it right now, or at least I can't, because our website's back up. All right. Is that, you brought on, or you had a video with Gutex, and he was talking about cross counter. And the other thing that this community, or at least the MK community, doesn't do enough, or if at all, besides the On Blast show, is like a sense of showmanship. And we really want to bring entertainment videos to the community. Still with the sense of like the fighting game community, and also like an educational element with like tech videos and whatnot. And we have a few of them up right now. If anything, you can kind of think of some of these segments, like if you watch like ESPN or NFL Network. I'm a big football fan, so like think of these kind of things as like I don't know. Think of Phase 3 and myself as like the Deion Sanders and Michael Irvin now of the Injustice Society. We'll be trying to hype shit up before it happens, but like in a more like live showmanship kind of way, not just sitting behind like a podcast or anything like that. We'll be out and about. We'll be at tournaments. We'll be recording things, interviewing things, filming things. You'll have a lot more content to watch, not just content to read. I don't know how far you really want to go into it, Phase 3, but
well, I figure just a real quick recap. We made an Injustice community site. Hopefully a lot of people from different communities can come together, and maybe we can show a clip of one of the videos just to show what I'm talking about. Maybe not. Well, either way, just
you could hit it out. You could find it on YouTube. YouTube's not going to crash.
No. YouTube, if you go to the Injustice Society YouTube, it's just one word. There's that. But anyway, Injustice community site, and one of the big focuses of the site is coming up with content that is, like I said, entertaining just as much as is informative or educational. Now, we understand that early on, before the release of Injustice, it's going to be tough to get a lot of amazing video content out there, but we did work really hard to create some things that we felt were going to be fun and entertaining for people. So, for example, we didn't forget that it isn't just Mortal Kombat players, it isn't just Capcom players. There's also comic book fans in the community, especially because Injustice is so deeply rooted in comic books. So I made a series, for example, for comic book fans called Jump In. And if you play Injustice, and while playing, you happen to main a character and you think, oh, I really like this character is really cool, and I really want to learn more about this character. I have a series called Jump In which I go through character by character, and I try to find a good place for you to jump in and learn about them in the current world of comics. Now, sometimes this involves the New 52, sometimes this will involve like previous books, some of their most notable or famous books, but I wrap it up in this motion comics sort of presentation that allows you to sort of get a feel for how the comics work. And then we'll do things once the game launches. We have a tech video that involves some people I think that's that's going to be really fun. Do you want to talk about that, Andrew, or no?
Yeah, let's just tell him, man, because like I don't know, these are good ideas. So anyway, you guys are probably, I don't know if you actually have seen it or not, but on what is it? Is it Discovery Channel? There's a show called Mythbusters with that dude who looks like a walrus. And anyway, this walrus guy on Techbusters, or no, that's our show, Techbusters. Their show is Mythbusters. On Mythbusters, people mail in, I don't know, common myths or just, I don't know, random shit, and they test it out to see if it's true or not. And they bust myths. So we'll be doing that with tech when Injustice comes out, because like, yeah, as you know, when MK9 launched, people were throwing out tech left and right. Most of it was bullshit. So what we're going to do is on a weekly basis, we're going to be releasing Techbuster episodes, probably trying to get around to like, I don't know, what do you think, like 10 to 15, most likely a week. I don't know, we'll see how long it is. But it's all going to be video formatted. We're going to have people here at my apartment. We already partnered with Tom Brady for this, so you can expect to see Phase 3, myself and Tom Brady on a regular basis, filming this like in person. We'll be taking your tech. You're going to request it to us. We're going to try it. We're going to try it in a live setting. We're going to use your tech against each other. We can even take it online to try online tech just to see if it's viable anywhere. And, you know.
We got to get to the best part about Techbusters, my favorite part about Techbusters.
Okay, what? Exposing their tech? If your tech is... What? Or it is something else?
The ultimate prize when your tech is deemed
so
best.
If your tech is good. If your tech is good... We have a whole section on the website for like, I don't know, character guides pretty much. And don't think character guides on Test Your Might, because the character guides on Test Your Might suck. They're outdated. They're not updated correctly. They're updated by idiots. So what we're going to be doing is if your tech is proven to, if your tech is not busted and your tech is accepted, your tech will be put onto our constantly updated character guides that are correct and updated, and you'll be credited. So these character guides are going to be community built as well as professionally built. We've already tied in with a ton of at least MK pros, people that we know already, who you know, we've talked about who they want to play in Injustice, and we have a really wide roster of people who are going to be working on each individual character extensively. So kind of think of it as our own strategy guide that's free, pretty much. But so you're going to be contributing it too.
Discuss the philosophy of that real quick, if you don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, to just put this another way, I don't know, I think many of you will be able to sort of sympathize with this. A lot of times maybe you're playing a fighting game, maybe you're playing, you know, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, what have you, and you want to learn a character, you want to learn a brand new character. So what do? You go on the forums, right? But then you have to dig through post after post after post. Sometimes you finally find the BMB you're looking for, like a 1 meter best BMB off of a low starter or something, but then you notice that the post might be 5 months old and you don't even know if it's applicable anymore. And ultimately, sometimes just learning a character becomes a chore. You don't know what exactly is updated. You don't know.
Hold on a second. EMP, VXG, Novus Air Throw. This bitter old white guy. Yeah, I am. I you know, oh, that's what I am. I'm a bitter old. I'm a crybaby. Put a real ... So I guess you want a real cock on the show or something, because you're probably craving cock right around now. But unfortunately, there's no cock for me to give to you. Shut the fuck up. Pretty much is all I'm going to say. I ain't crying for shit. I'm just telling you guys that you stupid motherfuckers that claim to give a shit about the communities don't give a shit about nothing, and you can troll away and do all your bullshit, but just know this, and everybody knows my saying, at the end of the day, you're a keyboard warrior. I'll be at ECT. If anybody wants to talk shit to me straight to my face, go right ahead. I'll be there. That's the next tournament I'll be at. Anyway, I'm sorry, Phase 3, go on.
No, it's quite alright. Anyway, what I was getting down to is this. Sometimes learning a character is way harder than it should be. That's it. Like you said, at the end of the day, that's what I'm getting at. And we don't want to make it really hard for you to learn a new character or get better at the game and level up. So instead of, you know, going to character forums to learn a character, we only really want to have character forums so you can discuss a character. If you want to learn a character, we're going to separate all that information into constantly updated by really good high-level players who can translate tech and put it into words that are understandable by anybody. We're going to have all that information separated on character guides that are separate from the forum. So like I said, for example, yeah, if you want to go find your best 1 meter low starter, that involves an environmental hazard combo extender, you'll be able to find that. And you'll be able to find, some matchup advice, and you'll be able to find, even simple things like frame data and combos. But generally, like I said, you won't have to dig for this stuff, and you won't have to go on a scavenger hunt through dozens and dozens of pages of, nonsense just to glean this information. So that's another part of the site. Of course, obviously the game isn't out, so that aspect of the site isn't up yet, but we do have other things like an events tab where you can keep track of tournaments and upcoming events, and we're really going to make sure that we try to stay in contact with everybody, even people doing regionals. If you give us the information, we'll put that up on our site just to get the word out, to get people getting together and congregating to play Injustice. Another bit of another segment that we want to do is, well, I don't know if we should mention all of these, but I'll talk about the 5.
Honestly.
All right, well, I'll talk about the 5v5 now, because I promised to talk about it before, and I didn't get to it. So I'm going to talk about the 5v5. I can't tell you everything, but what I can talk to you about right now is, first of all, the location. And second of all, I guess happy birthday, L.I. Joe, in 15 minutes, because I think it's his birthday in 15 minutes. But speaking of L.I. Joe, the 5v5 that James mentioned it earlier on the show, it will be at East Coast Throwdown. So there will be a Mortal Kombat Legends versus MK Legends 5v5.
Mortal Kombat versus MK? Try MK Legends versus Capcom Legends.
I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Mortal Kombat versus Capcom Legends 5v5. And when we said that we wanted to try to unite the communities and get everybody under one roof, we're going to put our money where our mouth is. You know what I mean? We're not just going to say we're going to do that and then open a site and hope everybody comes to us. We're going out, we're talking to people, we're going to make sure that we are getting footage, we're getting matches, we're getting content that involves members of all these communities. So we've already been in contact with several high-level MK players, several notable Capcom legends, many of which have signed on officially to do this and are really excited about the idea. Right now, I can't really talk about every single person that's on the roster.
We're going to reveal them like week by week because, I don't know, we want to drown it out for you guys pretty much.
Well, not just that.
Like they release characters for fighting games once a week or something like that. We'll do that. You be honest with them. We have most of them pretty much already 100% confirmed. Now with Filipino Champ kind of popping off, maybe we can turn it into a 6v6. I don't know. We'll see. But,
well, my invitation. I actually emailed Filipino Champ, by the way. I emailed him. I didn't get a response yet. Maybe he's.
We had this planned out so long ago that like Filipino Champ wasn't even on the radar because we didn't even know that he was going to play Injustice.
Yeah, exactly. This was months ago. We were talking to people about this months ago. Right now, Filipino Champ all of a sudden crops up and he wants to, become this big Injustice mover and shaker. So I sent him an email. I said, if you're going to be at East Coast Throwdown, you can let me know, and I'll make it a 6v6 if I need to. I don't care. But anyway, on one hand, yes, we are doing it because we want to make it really hype and we want to reveal them in pairs. But on the flip side, there are, after Injustice, 5 majors in the first 6 weeks. So there are some people we're still waiting to hear from, and some people have families, some people have.
You don't want to make any promise. We're not going to make any promises that we can't keep.
Exactly.
So that's the other big thing too. But again, the 5v5 is like one of those things. And I don't know, just to I don't know, be a little bit more blunt about it, I guess, is you can't name me another site. Really, I mean, maybe you can with like the Capcom community, but you can't with the Mortal Kombat community. You can't give me a full a staff that actually goes to all these tournaments. They don't do anything. They sit behind their keyboards and they post about it after, and maybe sometimes before it happens. I travel left and right to this shit, and the other people that we brought along with us are people who also travel left and right, and they're in different areas too. So we got the entire Northeast. I'm sorry, got the entire North America covered. And we got Mexico covered with people like Crossner. So we're going to have people at every event. We're going to have coverages at every event. We're going to be filming shit at every event. If you want to be a part of it when you're at the event, hit us up. This is going to be a community ran by people in the community, not people hiding behind keyboards and popping up every once in a while. Like seeing Crimson Shadows at PAX. That's the first time I ever even saw that guy. No one knew what he looked like before he stepped on there. So, yeah, you've seen us before at events. You're going to see us again at events. And we got the connections that other people don't. We've been friends with these players now for 2+ years. So pretty much any kind of event you want to see, we'll most likely be able to do it. that's even completely separate from promoting your scene and helping you out as much as possible. Because let's face it, right now there is no other site that wants to help your scene out. They only want to help the scenes out that are already successful. You only see scenes like VSM or GGA get promoted. But when do you see a scene like Pallet Town Heroes get promoted? Or hell, even Combat Houston is like a really big scene and they never get promoted. So, and there's probably a ton of scenes I don't know about that don't get promoted. So you come contact me and we'll help you out. You help us out.
Yeah, big shout outs to Combat Houston, by the way.
They run a really good stream and their shit doesn't.
They run a good stream.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's people in here saying, you know, MK's, you know, garbage, it's ass, it's trash. Hey, you know what? 3 Evos, it can't be trash.
Well, we're not even an MK site.
No,
so
I'm just saying though. I'm talking for Combat Houston.
Oh, Combat Houston. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, whatever. But I mean, like, if they're kind of being like, this site's not for me, MK's trash. We're not a Mortal Kombat site. That's the other thing too. I don't want to step on like MKU's toes or anything like that. We're not gonna touch Mortal Kombat. My personal opinion, I'm done with the game. Like, I'm ready to move on to Injustice.
You're just salty from the slaughterhouse.
I am. That went terrible, James. You killed me. Oh, hey, another side note. I think you should be honest with the community what you've done to Rio. At the slaughterhouse, I'm hanging out with James, and James and I get talking about Rio. That Rio's kind of, you know, we haven't seen him for a while. And James goes, end quote, "Yeah, I don't really know what happened to Rio. I got him a job working at that asbestos factory, and now no one's ever heard of him for a little bit."
Hey, you know,
you killed him. You killed Rio.
I slowly take out the competition, man.
Well, one thing I will speak to is this as well, really quickly, is that we are also going to be running a stream, a weekly stream in Pennsylvania to try to pull together the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland stream. And what Andrew was saying in terms of being able to approach us at a tournament or at an event, I mean, we're really about trying to bring this community together and try to find, you know, connect Injustice players to one another. So if you want to find people to play, you can play them. I mean, if you're in the PA area and you want to play Injustice with us, this isn't even hyperbole. I'm not even shitting you at all. You can call us up. We'll go have lunch. We'll just go fucking get lunch, and then we'll go play Injustice. And that's not even a joke. You can do that any day of the week. And that's how serious we are about, like I said, building these relationships with people in the community and trying to stay accessible and immersed in the community so that when you guys want something and you guys want to see something, then we'll make sure to try to get it to you.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Jag, TX Learn, since you're going to be the mailman here, tell Flip Champion he could suck my dick. That's from the host of here, and I don't need his publicity or whatever the fuck he thinks, because you know what? The little shit ain't done nothing that proved anything to me except run his mouth. So you can go tell him to suck my dick if he can get up that high, because he's such a little motherfucker. I mean, I'll get him a step stool so we can get up there and grab it. So you can deliver that one to him. Anyway, go on again. I'm sorry.
Well, essentially, Andrew touched on something that's really important too. Is in no way are we affiliated with, you know, Mortal Kombat at all. We actually aren't seeking to straight up, you know, replace in its entirety places like MKU or Test Your Might or SOK, whatever. No, we're just Injustice, and we realize that, like I said, if you're at one of these other sites, you're broadcasting to a smaller audience, so to speak. So if you want to find other players, if you want to develop tech, it's going to develop more slowly because the community, the larger Injustice community, is fragmented. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to consolidate that under one roof and find at least a place where everybody can come. And that way, if you want to find players, you're asking a broader audience, you want to develop tech, you're doing it with more people, and the game is supported much more in the long term. Essentially, we're also doing it, you know, not just for you guys and the players, but for Injustice as well, so it has the tools to remain relevant and strong with, you know, an avid fan base throughout the course of however long it takes to, I don't know, get a sequel or something.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes, but yeah, in the long run, man, this is a site for. It's made by tournament goers for, or not even tournament goers. It's made by community players for community players. You're gonna get the content that you want, whatever you ask for. We'll do it. We're pretty much, I don't know, we're community whores. You know, you're not gonna get front page articles about fucking people tweeting something. You're gonna get front page articles that are like 10-minute videos of us, blowing your tech up and saying how much you suck with your tech, or you're gonna get videos of us. I don't know. You want to give them the pregame variety show, or you want to leave that a secret?
Oh man, let's do it because people know everything else.
Look, this is where we're going with like the showmanship kind of idea, and we might as well say it because people are fucking stealing our ideas left and right anyway with the whole 3v3 shit.
Next week, Jebailey will be on and he'll be like,
yeah, I'll be like, this idea, like I've been thinking, I'm always thinking about blah blah blah. And Jebailey seems like a cool guy. Anyway,
yeah, I like him a lot. I was just sitting there like, Jebailey's like ruining my Christmas, like announcing his 3v3.
Yeah, he's unwrapping our gifts. Anyway, what we want to do. This is straight up stolen too, by the way, by NFL Network. Again, huge football fans. If you're huge football fans, you can hit me up too. Unless you're a Giants or Steelers fan, then don't talk to me. Anywho, on NFL Network, like 2 years ago, what they did was they had all 32 teams. They got balloons for these 32 teams, and they hung them up on a wall the entire season. And as a team, pretty much their playoff dreams were done. They sucked. They would pop their balloon. And what we're going to be doing before tournaments, maybe not everyone, but we're going to have people over, people like Tom Brady or people like J360, people that are around the area, or hell, if you're in town, you're more than welcome to stop by. I mean, people fucking know now that my house has been open to players for, as far as California and Canada and Mexico. I've probably had 25% of like the MK players in my house.
Seriously. Like, so honestly, one thing I want to say real quick is even though SwiftTomHanks is getting pretty hype and he's calling people out, I will say this: he has sheltered more people in the Mortal Kombat community than definitely anybody else, probably by a huge margin. He has opened his house to help players travel and stay. If they couldn't even maybe afford a hotel or whatever, he would help them out. He would pick people up from airports, right, bus stations, let them sleep on,
And I'll keep doing that too, because I mean, it's all for the community and all, and I'm sure they do it for me too. I bet you if I flew out to wherever the hell Death lives in Canada now, and if I flew out to the frozen tundra, I'm sure Death would pick me up from the airport. So anyway, so with this balloon thing, what we're going to be doing, we'll probably do it for Troyukin, because Troyukin, spoilers, is the first qualifier for our Injusticon season, and we'll be talking with Neo Russell pretty soon to get more details about that. So anyway, before Troyukin, most likely Phase 3 myself, maybe Brady and one or two other guys from the Northeast or whoever's around here at the time, will be doing this show. We'll put up some balloons on my wall and with pictures of players that are most likely top 16 bound, something like that, maybe top 32 bound, and we'll be discussing if they have a chance at top 8, and we'll be periodically throwing darts at their balloons when we feel that their dreams of making top 8 are over. We'll be running shit over with cars. We'll be setting stuff on fire. You'll like it. It'll be fun. Any way to symbolize your poor performance in a tournament, we got you covered.
Well, another thing that I really wanted to do before tournaments too is I wanted to get part of this pre-major variety show, so to speak, is I want to make sure that before tournaments people are aware of the rapidly developing tech. So we're going to have like a tech forecast before major tournaments for Injustice. So say, for example, like a week before a certain tournament, everyone starts picking up Sinestro, and people found this godlike.
So why is
Sinestro.
Everybody picking up Sinestro?
All right, maybe everyone's picking up.
Character.
Everyone's picking up Hot Girl.
No, use Sinestro. No, they're not gonna play Hot Girl. Use Sinestro, and everybody's doing that fucking awesome anti-air that he's got, that ground axe.
Yeah, okay, so everyone's doing one piece of tech. Then what we're going to do is we're going to point it out. We're going to say, look, if you're going to this tournament, look out for these characters, look out for these tech. It'd be brand new tech that's really hot right now, and that it's the kind of thing that could cost you a match if you're not familiar with it. Just, trending tech and really keep you up to date so that when you go to a tournament, you sort of know what to expect. And just to help people out who are also, like I said, who are attending, we also try to cover the story of a major, rivalries, feuds, stuff like that.
Yeah, and dude, you're gonna get the addresses from us. Hell, I mean, even for events that I know really well, which is pretty much anything from Virginia and up, whether it be through We Hit Buttons like Nordic Ninja and them, Big E, to Johnny Cage, to Neo Russell, to any of these guys. we'll give you the address to the tournament. We'll give you address to fucking food places because I hate when I show up to a tournament and I'm hungry and there's nowhere to go. So, we'll do whatever we can for you guys to make the tournament experience better for you. We've had at least I've had 2 years now with MK9 to know, what it is and how to make it better. And we'll make it better, we'll make it entertaining, and we'll make it more advanced than anybody's ever done so far.
All right. Well, hey, what's up, Alex?
Not much. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Yeah, who's this guy? Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Luigi's Mansion.
Cool.
It is a criminally underrated game, by the way.
So, what are we doing?
I don't know, man. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What you got to say?
Well, I'm watching the stream that you guys are on. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm watching the same stream that you're watching. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I know.
Well, dudes, I gotta move along, and I gotta add in Rolando to this call because he wants to talk a little bit about VXG. So once again, I'm gonna put the link up for you guys. Everybody, go check out Injustice Society. And Mr. Luigi, I'm gonna let you go because I don't know who the fuck you are.
It's kind of so.
I like
anyway,
it, man.
James,
Yeah, Mr. Luigi, sign up on our website so we can keep talking to you. I don't want to lose contact with this guy.
Yes, everybody, this is my wife. So, anybody out there that wants to be a crank yanker, yank it now. A limbo dog.
Don't mind if I do. So anyway, in closing though, honestly, we are really serious about trying to get the community together here. So please, if you're interested, you want to play Injustice, promote the site, get people to sign up, and spread the word.
All right, thanks, James.
All right, man. Guys, check it out.
Right. This is Brian and Hector.
Injustice Society. Be sure to check it out, guys. It's a new site dedicated.
Don't Mansion off your stream, man. If I'm gonna listen to the rest of the stream, he better be on it the whole time.
What's that? Who, Luigi?
Yeah, don't.
I don't even know who the fuck this is.
I don't either. I'll leave him on there. Let me get.
Leave him on. Don't take him off.
Permanent cast member edition.
All right, newly added member.
See you, James. I'm
all
leaving
right, guys.
Bye.
All right, Mr. Pherleece and Mr. Phase 3, we will be talking.
Yep, absolutely. Can't wait to do more stuff. Stuff and things. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
Yeah, leave me in here.
No.
I'm going to VXG, so.
You know, I'm dropping you.
No.
Good night. That's how we roll. Alright, before I add him, who the fuck are you, Alex?
I'm a fan of Luigi's Mansion.
What's Luigi's Mansion?
It's a game where you have to rescue Mario in a mansion.
And did you rescue him?
Wait, what?
Yeah, when you defeat King Boo.
Yeah, and how do you fuck King Boo up?
Well, you have to complete all 4 areas in the game. Area 1, Area 2, Area 3, and Area 4.
And then what happens?
You go to King Boo and then defeat him.
You know what else happens?
What?
The game ends.
I had my finger on the same exact button.
What's up, Mr. Rolando?
Had my mouse right over the same spot.
What?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't either. Go save Luigi again.
That guy.
Look, I'm a Mario fan, not Luigi. Fuck him.
Alright, so anyway, what's up, Mr. Rolando?
Yo. Sorry, that. Oh god,
So
sorry.
what do you think about my artwork? Take a look at my artwork. This
artwork.
This is Brian LeBaron from NetherRealm.
Oh, dude, that looks like some stuff that whenever I have a like my last ex-girlfriend that broke my heart, I made something like that for her at the Haitian down the road. That's all I can say.
You're doing that hoodoo voodoo, and this is this is Hector Sanchez.
Oh shit!
He got the little beard going on, the little goatee. I think
What is that? A cantaloupe?
A cantaloupe. And
Oh,
then
shit.
and then this is when you flip him around, you got Filipino champ.
Wow.
And that's Filipino champ who likes to talk a whole bunch of shit.
That's awesome.
And being